Hello, and welcome to the 2020 Student Recognition Awards presentation. My name is Natalie Wagner, and I serve as the Director of Student Life here at Davenport. Throughout this presentation, you will also hear from some members of my team, Justine Shelton, Assistant Director of Student Life, and Javante Ford, Student Life Coordinator. This event is one of my favorite initiatives of the year. Although we are unable to physically be together for this year's recognition ceremony, we still have reason to celebrate. We are excited to honor the efforts and accomplishments of some amazing Davenport students. Over 100 nominations from across the university were submitted to recognize your dedication. We appreciate you for taking the time to recognize, support, and develop our students. Before we get started, I would like to share some remarks from our president, Dr. Rick Pappas.
Hello, DU family. I wish we could all be together for these DU Student Awards. They're fantastic. It really demonstrates your leadership and your involvement in the activities at Davenport University. And so I'm so proud of all of you. I know that you gain skills and you're making a difference in the life of other students and the communities that you're serving. So I congratulate you all. I thank you all for being Davenport students. And we will see you soon. We'll see you when we get back after this virus is defeated. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Pappas, for providing us with some words of support as we begin. I would also like to take a moment to recognize the Davenport faculty and staff members that served as our selection committee this year. These individuals gave of their time to review and score nominations. Many thanks to Cassie Clark, Dr. Grant Lee, Karen McLaughlin, Dr. Vivian Moore, and Dr. Charmaine Mulligan for your participation. We truly appreciate it. Before we get started, I have just a few items to cover. I wanted to let you all know we will review the criteria for each award as we move through the presentation, and we'll also introduce the finalists. You can also find a list of all of the finalists listed in the program. We'd like to thank each of you, the finalists, for your hard work and congratulate each of you, and we hope that you enjoy the presentation. Lastly, we're excited to announce that each individual award winner may be eligible to receive a $500 Davenport scholarship. Winners for the Outstanding Registered Student Organization category will also receive an additional $200 of RSO funding for their organization. I would now like to introduce Javante Ford, who will present our individual awards.
Who's ready to get started? Our first award is our Emerging Leader Award. This award recognizes a student that, in the short time that they've been on our campus, have demonstrated incredible potential and an excellent commitment to scholarship, leadership, and service. Demonstrated potential could be shown through various modes of involvement, including student organizations, leadership positions, athletic participation, and community service. Our first nominee is Kenneth Bennett. Through his hard work and dedication, the student has helped revitalize the student government organization at Lettinga campus. His efforts have made it possible for student government to unite other RSOs on campus, improving relationships between the student body and administration. He has also vastly improved as a first-year student in his communication and note-taking skills, maintaining positivity when taking on new challenges. Next, we have Amanda Burkett. Amanda volunteers her time and attends many Lansing campus events, including Walking the Capitol, to discuss the Michigan Tuition Grant and making blankets for the Humane Society for Animals. She demonstrates her leadership and citizenship through her volunteer work in tutoring and helping the Lansing 501 community organization. She continues to support students on our campus and events in the area. Our next nominee for Emerging Leader of the Year is Catherine Christian. Even as a sophomore, she has demonstrated exceptional skills in coordinating and leading projects for InterVarsity in the DU community. As a student leader in InterVarsity, she organized a 3-day trip for 19 students and set up funding opportunities as well. Additionally, she helped coordinate, plan, recruit, and lead the alternative spring break trip for 2020. The next nominee we have for Emerging Leader of the Year is Jose Kissel. This individual is an excellent student and representative of DU both in and out of the classroom, and his passion for all people is refreshing. Soon after enrolling at DU, he set out to bring the Collegiate Association for the Research of Principles student organization to campus, which encourages student leaders to engage others in thoughtful and meaningful discussions, as well as deep and long lasting relationships for peace and growth. Through CARP, he has traveled the world speaking to people about his vision. The last nominee we have for Emerging Leader of the Year is Scott Kremers. After only being part of Davenport University since the fall of 2019, this student has shown great effort in helping to lead, support, and develop Davenport University's Letting a Campus student government. He is a part of the Student Government e-board and heavily advises brand development to ensure student government receives the exposure needed to reach students. His long list of achievements with the organization includes building agendas, hosting bi-weekly meetings, creating an active Instagram page, and acting as liaison between students and the administration. And the winner is Catherine Christian. Congratulations to all of our student finalists nominated as our emerging leaders. Great job. Next, we have our Panther Pride Award. This award is presented to a student who has a genuine love for Davenport. This student consistently participates in campus programming and attends sporting events while displaying the utmost sportsmanship and school pride. The student cares deeply about representing DU in a positive manner. Our first nominee for the Panther Pride Award is Elijah Bell. This student is one of the hardest working basketball players I've ever worked with, and he comes to every single practice to work on his shooting, meet with the assistant coaches to review practice film, and stay after practice to improve his skills. He is always the most supportive teammate and cheers on the team even when he's on the sideline. Regardless of the shot went in or not, he will always be as loud as possible to keep our team spirit positive and active. Our next nominee for the Panther Pride Award is Zoe Hoffman. This student's love for Davenport shows in all the ways she is involved within the university community. As a leader of the Campus Activity Board RSO, she plans events to engage students and create impactful experiences for them while at DU. She is a mentor for first-generation college students, oversees the Alumni Mentor Network program, captain of the DU cheer team, and has participated heavily in Panther Proud as a pack leader and also as a coordinator. Our last nominee for the Panther Pride Award is Austin Schaefer. This student cares deeply about DU's community, and not only is he a role model on campus as a resident assistant, but he genuinely enjoys attending programs to support other students and RSOs. He is a huge advocate for DU athletics, driving 2 hours away to watch games and attending each event with a shirt and a hat to represent the team. He is the true definition of Panther Pride. And the winner is Zoe Hoffman. Congratulations to our Panther Pride nominees. The next category is the Student Leader of the Year award. This award is presented to a limited number of Davenport students who demonstrate significant leadership as a DU student. These awardees serve as role models for other students at their campus and demonstrate the ability to successfully balance academics with extracurricular involvements while positively contributing to the Davenport community. Our first nominee is Amanda Burkett. She is one of those student leaders who doesn't realize what a great role model she really is. She has attended and actively participated in Lansing student government meetings, Michigan Tuition Grant Advocacy Day at the Capitol, the City of Lansing MLK Celebration event, and most recently volunteered with other members of the Lansing campus at the Advent House Soup Kitchen. She has a great sense of knowing what is needed next in a situation and has taken on a leadership role during many of the events happening on campus. She is a treasure at the Lansing campus and will be missed when she graduates. Our next nominee is Mallory DeFore. She has always stepped up when it came to encouraging others to do and be their best while serving the DU community. She educated and encouraged students to become advocates for survivors of sexual violence when she was a student mentor against sexual assault this fall. She also has encouraged and educated students on becoming mental health advocates as her time as president of Active Minds, and she was in charge of organizing events such as Pounce on Stigma Week that brought awareness to mental health while also promoting positive mental health to students. She is always there with a positive, welcoming attitude and helping hand. Thank you, Mallory. Our next nominee is Noah French. If there has ever been anyone who embodies the word enthusiasm, it's this student leader. In InterVarsity, he leads 2 small groups on campus, simultaneously training 2 younger leaders in the process. He helps lead our large group weekly, preached twice, created promo videos and posters and live stream videos, all while helping 19 students on a 3-day trip to our fall conference, and much, much more. While he is known for his energy and enthusiasm, he is also known for having a compassionate heart for younger students and has taken time out of his weekly schedule and sometimes daily schedule to meet up with students to encourage and mentor them. Our next nominee for Student Leader of the Year is Zoe Hoffman, captain of the cheer team, president of Campus Activity Board, oversees the Alumni Mentor Program, first generation student mentor, and 2019 Panther Proud coordinator are just a few of the responsibilities and leadership positions this student holds here at Davenport. She has had an influential role here on campus these last 4 years at Davenport, and she positively impacts those around her. She cares about Davenport, her peers, and leads with empathy and tenacity. Thank you, Zoe. The next nominee for the Student Leader of the Year award is Alyssa Coney. This student volunteers for her church regularly and even went on a mission trip to Central America over spring break where they built buildings and helped out around the village in which they were staying. She demonstrates commitment and work ethic by being a black belt in martial arts, and she has been an impactful presence at DU even in this short time. It's really her hard work and effort that makes the Panther Arts RSO go. She spearheads every meeting we have, leads every event we have done thus far, and delegates beautifully to her fellow students. Our last nominee for the Student Leader of the Year award is Stephanie Yao. This individual has gone above and beyond in her role as the team leader in Delight Ministries and as a student at Davenport University. She has an extremely busy life, and being the team leader of Delight comes with a lot of time commitments, such as attending weekly leadership meetings, weekly general meetings, student government meetings, meeting with student life occasionally, and weekend events about 1 to 2 times a month. Her passion for Delight is evident to everyone around her, and she has lots of wisdom to share, which helps to make everyone in the group feel comfortable. The winner of the Student Leader of the Year award we actually have 2 winners, one for Lansing and one for the Leniga campus. The Lansing winner is Amanda Burkett, while the Leniga winner is Alyssa Coney. Congratulations to the both of you. Next up is our Student Employee of the Year award. This award goes to a Davenport student employee who has demonstrated outstanding dedication to their position and consistently exceeds the expectations of their job description. All of these nominees possess outstanding leadership qualities, self-motivation, and exceptional resourcefulness. Our first nominee for Student Employee of the Year is Haley Davis. This individual is in her final year as a student and first year as a resident assistant who has stepped into the role immediately, making a massive and positive impact on the DU housing community. Her skill set for mental health, along with her passion and care for others, have allowed her to help and provide critical response and support for students during times of need. She is selfless, compassionate, shows empathy, and always seeks to understand others to help them and to improve herself as an individual. Thank you, Haley. Our next nominee is Wyatt Owen. This employee absolutely breaks the mold in terms of energy, commitment, and future potential. As a learning technology assistant on the OPE team, this student exceeds expectations daily. He is always the first to arrive in the office, and even back during his busy soccer schedule, course load, and working every weekend back home, he brought an abundance of positive energy and drive to his OPE projects and coworkers. He has established so much trust among our team and our stakeholders. He exemplifies outstanding character as a DU student and DU employee. Our next nominee is Ben Pawlowski. This student is very dedicated to his job, classes, and the athletic team he's involved with at DU. He is professional and goes above and beyond to exceed expectations. He is consistently participating in projects or carrying out other objectives that the team needs to accomplish for the week. Recently, he helped create new reports to track progress on tickets for our team to be able to track statistics from month to month. And not only does he help create these reports, but he also strives to improve the numbers and figuring out the why behind it all. Thank you for all you do, Ben. Next, we have Amanda Pulsifer. As a VA work study student employee, this individual excels in her work supporting the admissions and nursing departments with veteran-related administrative tasks. Her task includes speaking with students about military education benefits, posting student stories on social media, and participating with the Student Veterans of America. Most recently, Amanda traveled with nursing faculty and staff members to Samford University in Birmingham, Alabama, to facilitate the military simulation training, where she portrayed a military drill sergeant to educate faculty and staff members about their students' military experiences and challenges while serving. Next nominee is Parker Sprague. This individual has been a student employee for the bookstore warehouse since September of 2018 and has exceeded his job expectations, creating new ways to make current programs work faster and more efficient. He also has excellent customer service skills when emailing, phoning, or talking to staff and students directly. He is very conscientious in how he is portrayed and how he portrays Davenport University in a positive manner. He is always willing to do whatever is needed to make the bookstore run more efficiently and shares ideas to make the store more profitable. Thank you, Parker. Our last nominee for the Student Employee of the Year Award is Taylor Strandberg. This student has worked for the Dining Services Department for 3 years. She always reports for her shifts, she goes above and beyond in her daily tasks, and she takes initiative where others wait to be told what to do next. She has grown as an employee in her skills and abilities, and she is able to work concessions, the Panther Den, the hub, or the board area with no hesitation. She is a natural born leader and she takes pride in her work while also providing support to her peers. Literally, everyone is pleased when they see she is working with them. Thank you, Taylor. Our winner for the Student Employee of the Year Award is Wyatt Owen. A huge congratulations to Wyatt and everyone else in this category. Next up is our Student Volunteer of the Year Award. This award is designated for a student who has demonstrated an exceptional commitment to serving their community and the needs of others. They have given their time and talents to positively impact their communities. Our first nominee for Student Volunteer of the Year is Daniel Caracheo. This student is a very well-intended individual with a big heart. He has shown leadership through many forms of volunteerism. He is always willing to volunteer his time on student panels, student focus groups, providing feedback about the community, and step in to assist in programming events as his time permits. One of his major responsibilities tied to his volunteer work has been his role as a site leader for Alternative Spring Break, in which he proved to be a very passionate individual, volunteering his time during spring break in order to focus on the issue of environmentalism. Our next nominee for the Student Volunteer of the Year Award is Alyssa Koning. This student is a freshman this year, but is already excelling in academics, student organizations, and community service. She is an A student in her classes, and as a student in my class in fall of 2019, she was always ready to contribute to discussions, offer insights to course concepts, and help other students with her work. In particular, she never shied away from difficult subjects and often took the more challenging assignments, which impressed me greatly. Thank you, Alyssa. Our last nominee for the Student Volunteer of the Year award is Melvin Sylvester III. This student has volunteered the most out of any student who has reported to the Volunteer Center. Melvin is not only a student leader, but also an impressive athlete. He is truly compassionate and cares about giving back to the community. Thank you very much, Melvin. And the winner of the Student Volunteer of the Year award goes to Daniel Caracheo. That concludes our individual awards portion. Congrats to all of our finalists and winners. Your hard work and dedication does not go unnoticed.
We will now move into our program awards. First in this category is Service Program of the Year. The Service Program of the Year recognizes a student-led program that has demonstrated an outstanding commitment to service and developing students into active citizens, engaging in service beyond this particular experience. Our first finalist for the Service Program category is the Fall Food Drive. The Lansing Student Government organized their annual food drive and class competition for the Greater Lansing Food Bank during the month of November 2019. The Greater Lansing Food Bank is a nonprofit organization that provides food in Ingham, Eaton, Clinton, and multiple other counties in the Lansing area. Student government did a mass publicity campaign, hallway displays, and classroom presentations. The food bank called them afterwards to thank them after they weighed the donations which were collected, which totaled 200 pounds of food, enough to feed 160 local families. Our second service program finalist is Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk. The Davenport Lansing campus put on their walking shoes and participated in their local Making Strides Against Breast Cancer event, in which every step and every dollar raised allowed the American Cancer Society to help fund innovative breast cancer research, provide free comprehensive information services, and help people reduce the risk of the disease or find it early when it's most treatable. Lansing SNA, or Student Nurses Association, worked the promotion and the sign-up tables, offering pink bracelets and capes for donations, and even put on an all-campus brunch after the event to raise more funds. With a goal set of $50, SNA ended up raising $2,000 and worked tirelessly to help form a team and raise these funds. Our final service program finalist is Spring into Kindness for the Humane Society. The Lansing Student Government brought faculty, staff, and students together to make 50 tie blankets for the Capital Area Humane Society. This event was hosted in a classroom with refreshments so that faculty and staff and students could stop by to help during their lunch break. It brought the campus together for a good cause and was a nice stress reliever for all involved. And the winner of the 2020 Service Program of the Year award is Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk. Congratulations to the Lansing Campus SNA. Thank you to all of our students who create engagement opportunities for our students, staff, and faculty on campus and in the community. Your work is greatly noticed and appreciated. Our next program category is for Educational Program of the Year. This is an award for an educationally focused program that imparts valuable knowledge to the Davenport community in a creative, engaging, and innovative way. This event successfully encourages students to learn outside of the classroom at Davenport and will have an academic, cultural, or leadership emphasis. Our first finalist for the educational program is DU Week Without Violence, featuring Don McPherson. This event at the Leadinga campus addressed sexual violence and challenged student athletes in particular to work towards changing the common negative culture that exists on college campuses when it comes to sex and the normalization of sexual violence. Don McPherson, former NFL quarterback and NCAA Hall of Famer, has spent his career challenging social norms surrounding sex and promoting positive masculinity. The student mentors against sexual assault are 5 Davenport students who spent this past summer preparing for the Davenport University Week Without Violence events, bringing this important topic to the Davenport community. Week Without Violence educates students on how to report unwanted sexual encounters and helps students to engage in conversations about sexual violence and how it influences them. Our next finalist is the Pounce on Stigma Week. Active Minds helped to host the Pounce on Stigma Week at Davenport University to increase mental health awareness, educate students on the importance of mental health, eliminate stigma, and provide support to individuals with a mental illness and their families. This year, Pounce on Stigma Week was aligned with the Mental Illness Awareness Week nationwide and also included a week of events leading up to the NAMI Walk on campus. And NAMI stands for the National Alliance on Mental Illness. Active Minds students ended up volunteering and participating in the NAMI Walk that supports individuals and families with mental illness, advocates at the state and national levels, and informs and educates people on how prevalent mental health conditions are, since they can affect 1 in 5 individuals. Our last finalist for this category is vegan diets. During this RA program, Autumn educated students on the positive impact becoming vegan can have on our minds and bodies. She also shared information about what vegan options our campus dining hall has to offer, along with providing participants with samples of pizza, burgers, nuggets, yogurt, and more. The students that attended expressed excitement in taking steps towards more conscious food choices in the dining hall. And the winner of this year's Educational Program of the Year award goes to Pounce on Stigma Week. Congratulations to Active Minds and to all of our finalists. We appreciate you putting forth opportunities for students to learn outside the classroom. Since we're talking about programming, I wanted to make sure that you were all aware of some of the great opportunities available on campus. Student Life coordinates a series of events called 30 Thursdays. So every week during the fall and winter semesters, you can participate in an event on Thursday. Past examples have included canvas painting, comedians, blacklight party, and more. Be sure to check out Engage on your Student Connections tab or our social media to find out what's going on. Don't miss out on the fun. Our final program awards category is Social Program of the Year. The Social Program of the Year is an award for a student-run initiative at Davenport that has positively impacted the student experience at the university, with a focus on building community through positive interaction with their peers. Our first social program finalist is Friendsgiving, an event sponsored by Aspire. This program accomplished many things for the group, including the celebration of differences by welcoming all students to participate and sharing information about the group, which is geared towards the success of our women of color on campus. The program gave members a chance to learn more about each other and meet students in the campus community. The Friendsgiving event also focused on creating a social environment where students could enjoy food, grab takeaway gift bags, and take pictures with friends. Our next social program finalist is Trivia Night. This was an RA program, and Trivia Night was a great environment for students to come together and connect. Participants had a great time breaking off into teams to answer trivia questions and battle against other participants. Mocktails were also provided, and it was a great time for everyone who came out to the event. And the winner of our 2020 Social Program of the Year event goes to Friendsgiving, sponsored by Aspire. Thank you to all of our finalists in this category and to all who helped put on events on campus. At this time, we will transition into our Registered Student Organization Awards, which will be presented by Justine Shelton.
We will now move into our RSO awards. I'm excited to present to you this award portion and thank all of our nominees for their time in recognizing our registered student organizations. So let's begin with our Outstanding Officer Award. This award is intended to recognize a student organization executive board member who exemplifies service, commitment, and strong leadership qualities while supporting a Davenport RSO. The recipient will have made significant contributions to their student organization by enriching the strengths of their members through integrity, enthusiasm, and while leading their organization to new heights. First finalist is Cassidy Baker. This individual is the best DECA chapter president I've ever worked with. She has never failed to lead by example, take on more than her share of work, or be dependable. She helped the chapter stay organized and informed while being encouraging and fun, and sent out announcements, completed tasks without being asked or reminded, and always came up with creative approaches for the team. She is polite, kind, gracious, understanding, smart, and forthright. She embodies the values of DU and DECA. Our next finalist is Kenneth Bennett. In his short time in student government, this student has set the standard for pride and commitment as an RSO officer through his dedication, meticulous note-taking, and communication. He has done well in coordinating promotion tabling times and making sure RSO deadlines are met. His leadership has helped student government at the Leadinga campus become vastly more visible, more structured, and more committed to serving the students of DU. Our next nominee for Outstanding Officer of the Year is Mallory DeFore. As Active Minds president, she has sought out opportunities and created events to expand Active Minds' reach on campus and in the community in order to foster a more inclusive environment for Davenport students while also promoting mental health awareness to combat the stigma that surrounds it. She has been in charge of coming up with and organizing events such as the Pounce on Stigma Week in order to educate Davenport students on mental health and the negative impact of the stigma. She has made Active Minds an organization that has a fun and welcoming environment to any student. Next, we have Alyssa Koning. She is a freshman this year, but is already excelling in academics, student organizations, and community service. The Panther Arts RSO has been a dream of the English Communications Department for years, but they never had the committed student involvement to make it happen until Alyssa took the lead in making it happen. She recruited a slate of officers, helped complete the organization's constitution, and met with student life to make Panther Arts a reality. It is really her hard work and effort that makes it go. She spearheads every meeting we have and leads every event we have done thus far and delegates beautifully to her fellow students. Our last nominee for Outstanding Officer of the Year is Stephanie Yao. Stephanie is a full-time nursing student, part-time employee for Spectrum Health as a medical assistant, and continues to dedicate her time to being a team director and leader for Delight Ministries. Being a Delight leader is like a part-time job. She's constantly going to student government meetings, leadership meetings, meetings with student life, and attending weekly large group Delight meetings. Her heart is so genuine and pure, and she really sacrifices herself and time to the girls in the Delight community. And the winner for our Outstanding Officer is Mallory DeFore. Congratulations, Mallory. I am now excited to present our RSO Unsung Hero Award. This award will be given to recognize a student organization member who often places his or her heart and soul into everything, but goes unnoticed for their valiant efforts. This student may be classified as taking a behind-the-scenes approach, but always goes above and beyond the standard to help his or her student organization. Our first finalist is Allison Johnson. Allison is the hard-working and unsung hero of Lansing's Student Nursing Association. She is faithfully attending meetings, promoting events, and volunteering service hours, and managing fundraising for the group. Whether she is encouraging participation in our Making Strides Against Breast Cancer team or selling cookies in a bake sale, she does it all with a friendly smile. She even brought her baby to campus so she would not miss a shift during one of the SNA bake sales. She has researched and organized many fundraising activities and leads the group with fierce determination. Our next nominee is Les Minor. This student is a sophomore track athlete and a small group leader for InterVarsity's student organization that serves athletes at Davenport University. Through InterVarsity, he organizes and runs the soundboard and tech every week for large group gatherings and volunteers to teach other students how to do the same. The type of things he commits to do not get the recognition that other positions would, yet he continues serving all the more. He is committed, loyal, and a tireless worker. Our next nominee for RSO Unsung Hero of the Year is Ari Morgan. Ari has stepped up this semester and last semester as a member of the DU Gamers organization and has been extremely impressive with her leadership skills. She has proven to be a very effective communicator for the organization. She is always making sure the group is following proper procedures and policies, and she is very efficient in setting up activities and handling the logistics of group activities. She has exceeded expectations as a student leader contributing to her organization, and when the DU Gamers Club was having difficulty in leadership, she took it upon herself to seek out advice and help moving the group forward. She truly cares about the success of the organization. Our final nominee for RSO Unsung Hero of the Year is Matthew Wilcox. This student was eager to get involved and integrate himself into the DU community. He joined the Campus Activities Board RSO in the fall semester and has been a rock for the CAB team. In his first year with us, he has shown a strong dedication to our organization and the Davenport community and has played a vital role in making CAB events successful student experiences. He never asks for credit or takes the spotlight, but he should be recognized for the value he has added to this campus and the students around him. The winner for Unsung Hero of the Year is Les Minor. Congratulations. Next, we will recognize the advisors who dedicate their time to providing support and assistance to our RSOs. This award is designated for an RSO advisor who has demonstrated exceptional commitment to supporting and nurturing the growth and development of their organization. Nominations for this award have given generously of their time and talents to develop student leaders at Davenport. Our first nominee is Dr. Colleen Coughlin. She has done a lot for Davenport in general, but she has also done a lot for Diversify through her selfless and caring personality. She's very supportive, and whenever we have an issue with something in the group, she would talk to us and give us good advice. According to the nominator, she's the greatest professor and RSO advisor he has ever seen. Next is Jonathan Selman. He has been extremely helpful and attentive for the BSU organization. During all the BSU meetings, he maintains support for each student leader. He has really helped BSU grow. Our last nominee for Advisor of the Year is Suzanne Goot. She goes above and beyond her call of duty as an advisor. She makes sure she takes the time that each student needs and deserves to help them be successful. She will meet with students by phone, Skype, email, or in person, whichever is the best for the student. She is constantly motivating and encouraging her students in their passions and interests, and she ensures they have the materials and presentations they need to be confident and successful within DECA. And the winner for RSO Advisor of the Year is Suzanne Goot. Congratulations, and thank you to all of our RSO advisors for the 37 active RSOs we have here on campus. Without you, the RSO community would not succeed. Our final category for this portion is the RSO of the Year Award. The Registered Student Organization Award recognizes an organization that has positively contributed to students' educational growth, recreation, and career and professional development. The finalist for RSO of the Year is Active Minds. Active Minds' mission is to empower students to speak openly about mental health in order to educate others and encourage help seeking. This organization is changing the culture that surrounds mental health on campus and in the community by providing information, leadership opportunities, and advocacy training to the next generation. Active Minds has facilitated many educational events such as the Veterans Treats and Letters, Pounce on Stigma Week, and fun service events on campus, including volunteering, advertising, participating in the National Alliance on Mental Illness Walk, NAMI, at Davenport University, and hosting a donation drive for the organization Sheldon House, which supports individuals living with a mental illness. Through these events, they not only promoted educating students on bringing awareness to their mental health, but also how we can become mental health advocates to better serve our community. Our next finalist is Delight Ministries. Delight is a nationwide women's ministry that transforms women through sharing stories of God at work in their lives. Delight provides a safe space for young women at Davenport to come and share their stories. Weekly meetings have created a community of encouragement and friendship. Delight recently volunteered at a local food pantry. While there, they cleaned shelves and restocked goods, as well as washed, cut, and bagged radishes, which provided the opportunity to spend time together while still doing something beneficial for the community. Our next finalist for RSO of the Year is InterVarsity. InterVarsity is known for their motto to reach every corner of every campus. It is a great organization where students can feel comfortable and have a way to worship and grow in faith, and is more than a Christian organization, but one that shows that each person is loved and cared for. InterVarsity also does an amazing job creating leaders and letting students get involved and active by hosting something every night for students to stay engaged. InterVarsity is a great place to go to worship, grow in faith, meet lifelong friends, and most importantly, feel loved and accepted. Next, we have Student Government at Davenport University's Lettinga campus. Student government has a mission to create and encourage a culture that embraces diversity, improves academic achievement, and drives student engagement throughout the Davenport community. This RSO has been nearly dormant for the past few years, with only one active member in the 2018-2019 year. However, this past semester, student government at Lettinga campus has reassembled with an executive board that is committed to serving the students of DU. Student government has made great strides in advocating for the student body in the following areas: arming of public safety, improving RSO relations between each other and with student life, improving the presence of lights along walking paths on campus, providing RSOs information about DU's response to COVID-19, assessing viability of increased recycling options in the residence halls, and helping other RSOs build their presence and influence within the student body. Next is our Student Nurses Association at the Lansing campus. The Lansing Student Nurses Association is a group where sophomores, juniors, and seniors can come together once a month to discuss things happening in school and also events that SNA are hosting. SNA's goal is to provide programs representatives of fundamental interest and concerns to nursing, and to aid in the development of the whole person, including their professional role and responsibility for health care of people in all walks of life. Lansing's SNA has played a particularly vital role this 1920 academic year in helping to keep up morale of our student nurses and our vital players on campus, supporting and participating in many events with student government, NSLS, and BPA, including the Fall Food Drive, Holiday Adopt a Family, Humane Society, Volunteer in Service, and Making Strides Against Breast Cancer. Our final nomination for RSO of the Year is Student Occupational Therapy Association. SOTA is a nonprofit student organization that serves to promote professional development through education, leadership opportunities, networking, volunteer activities, social activities, and fundraising. SOTA's strengths include providing leadership, volunteer and fundraising opportunities for occupational therapy students. And this year, SOTA has volunteered at Kids Food Basket and 2 Artists Creating Together events, as well as hosting a professional panel with the OT professors where students could hear about their past experiences and future advice. And the winner for RSO of the Year is Active Minds. Congratulations to Active Minds and congratulations to all of our nominated RSOs. Thank you for providing opportunities for engagement and leadership development for the student population. This concludes our Student Recognition Awards presentation. Again, we would like to congratulate all of our nominees for their accomplishments. Student Life thanks everyone who contributed to this year's awards presentation, judges, nominators, and those who supported our nominees along the way. Thank you for your time today. We will reach out via email to individual winners and will distribute awards and certificates at a later date. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us at studentlife@davenport.edu. Please continue to stay safe and be well.